welcome to Tennessee's At Home Learning Series for Math. Today's lesson is for all our second graders out there, though all children are welcome to tune in. This lesson is the seventh in our series. My name is Miss Spain, and I'm a second grade teacher in Tennessee schools. I'm so excited to be your teacher for this lesson. Welcome to my virtual classroom. If you didn't see our previous lesson, you can find it on the Tennessee Department of Education's website at www.tn.gov/education. You can still tune in to today's lesson if you haven't seen any of our others, but it might be more fun if you first go back and watch our other lessons, since we'll be talking about things we learned previously. Today, we will be learning about finding add-ins using base 10 blocks in mathematics. Your goal for the lesson is to be able to model a missing add-in with a focus on decomposing a 10. Before we get started, to participate fully in our lesson today, you will need some paper, a pencil, and a surface to write on. Are you ready? Let's begin. I'm going to model the number 20 in two ways, with base 10 blocks and with a model. So here are our two base 10 blocks. You do not have to use base 10 blocks at home. I know you probably don't have them, and that's okay. But you do have a pencil and paper and can draw models. Please draw two rods with me on your paper with a pencil or crayon. I'm going to draw two long skinny rectangles and place 9 lines inside the rectangle to create 10 spaces. Let's see if yours looks like mine. When you finish, hold it up. Awesome. This is what mine looks like. As you can see, it's not perfect. Great job. Now I'm going to count the blocks that make up the rod. Please count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 blocks in this rod. Also, each rod is made up of 10 blocks. So each rod has a value of 10. Here's the example of my base 10 blocks, and here's what I've drawn. How many do you think these two blocks are worth all together? Shout the answer. Great thinking. These two rods are worth 20 because we know 10 plus 10 equals 20. Great job. I'm wondering how many ways we can use these two rods to model the number 20. So go ahead and you draw your own place value chart like I have one. You can divide it in half with a line down the middle. And then you can label it at the top 10s and 1s. Hold it up when you're finished. You all are doing an awesome job. I'm so proud of you. So if you're doing yours, it should look like this, with the 10s and the 1s. I'm going to model two ways. First, with the base 10 blocks. Here they are. And then I'm going to model with a drawing as well that you can be watching. I am actually going to put a piece of paper over my hundreds place, not to get you confused when I have these two sitting over here. Okay, so do you have your two base 10 blocks drawn? So how can we model the number 20? Shout out your answer. Oh my, I heard Nora say that we could put both rods in the tens place. I'm going to slide the tens rods into the tens place. See? On my drawing, I'm going to circle the rods and draw an arrow to the tens place. So if I have my drawing, I would do this. And draw a circle to the tens place. Then I'm going to draw where the arrows were moved. I'm sorry, not the arrows, silly Miss Spain, where the rods were moved. They were moved inside of the tens. Please do that with me. Draw 2 10 rods in your tens. Awesome job, boys and girls. So, what do you think our model looks like? I'm going to write an equation. 10 plus 10 equals 20. Because we have 2 10 rods, which are add-ins. Follow along. You don't have to write anything now. You can just watch. The add-ins, which are the tens, add up to 20. The first add-in, 10, comes from the first rod here. The second add-in, 10, comes from the second rod here. The 20 is in the equation because 10 plus 10 is the same as 20. 10 plus 10 equals 20. We have written 20 in one way. Can you think of another way to write 20? Oh my, you are really working hard today. I heard Noah say that we could unbundle or break up a rod into ones and then slide the ones over to the ones place. I'm going to model that with my base 10 blocks by trading in 1 10 for 10 ones. So I can move the 10 over 1 10 and I can trade it in for 10 ones. So now I have 10 ones. I will now make sure that I have them done correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome job! So what I did was I decomposed a 10 on the place value chart and I moved it to the ones place. So the 10 goes away and now I have 10 ones. Just like before, we will use circles and arrows to draw composing and decomposing when we are putting blocks together or taking rods apart. Noah said to unbundle or trade in 1 10 for 10 ones. So what I'm going to do is on my drawing, I'm going to circle one rod in the tens place. And I am going to draw an arrow to show that we are trading in 10 ones, just like I did with the base 10 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I circled my tens. I drew an arrow to show that I'm moving the rod to the ones place, and I decomposed it into 10 ones. Now, what's an equation we could write for this model that we have here? Anna said that we could write the equation 10 plus 10 because we have 1 10 rod still in the tens, correct? And we have 10 ones in the ones place. So the first add-in 10 comes from this 10 rod. The second add-in 10 comes from our ones place. And that equals 20. The 20 in the equation comes from the 10 rod and the tens ones. We know that 10 plus 10 equals 20. Phew, our brains are really working. Remember, what is our goal for today? Right. For our lesson, we want to be able to model a missing add-in with a focus on a decomposing 10. Do you think your brain could figure out another way to model 20? Tell me what else we could do. Macy and Avery just shouted out that we could trade in the last rod, this one, for 10 ones and slide the ones over to the ones place. Would we still have the number 20 if we do that? Let's see. I am going to take this 10 rod and I am going to slide it over to the ones place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I added it to my place value mat. You can do this as well with your drawing. So again, I trade in the last rod, this one right here, for 10 ones. I broke it apart because if we break apart a 10 rod, as you know, we will have 10 individual ones. Then what I did is I did the arrow to show that it was moving to the ones place. Then I drew the 10 ones in the ones place. You do the same and hold your model up when you're finished. Okay, so let's compare our models. Do you have 21s? Way to go! Now write an equation that matches your model besides the place value chart. I again will write 10 plus 10 equals 20 because I have two groups of 10 ones. Now I want you to pat your head and rub your stomach 20 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good job, boys and girls. Now I'm going to show you a word problem. And you are going to read along with me as I show you. Here is our word problem. Xavier has 50 marbles and wants to store them in 2 bags. There are already 25 marbles in the first bag. How many marbles will be in the second bag? So first, boys and girls, we need to make sure that we are understanding what our problem is asking us. We need to make sense of the problem. So I always read it once out loud, and then when I touch my head, that means it's what I'm thinking inside. It's called self-talk. So I'm doing self-talk. Okay. So I know Xavier has 50 marbles, and he wants to store them in 2 bags. Okay, there are already 25 marbles in the first bag. How many marbles will be in the second? What is some important information we need to outline here? Very good, Owen. We need to know that we have 50 marbles and we need to store them in 2 bags. And we already have 25 marbles in the first bag. And it's asking us how many marbles will be in the second bag. So we are trying to find out what, boys and girls? Very good. How many marbles will be in the second bag? I'm going to model with 50 marbles with 5 rods. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you 50 marbles with 5 rods. I'm also going to draw a model of the marbles in bags. So go ahead and find your paper and pencil or crayon and work along with me. How do you think we could represent the 2 bags? Great idea. We will just draw 2 bags on our piece of paper. And luckily, I already have this ready to go. So you go ahead and draw your 2 bags while I am getting mine set up. I'm going to make sure that my 2 bags are big enough for me to draw rods. But we don't want them too big where they take up the whole paper. Why don't you share your model? Show me your model. We need to model 50 marbles. Let's build 50 together. I'm going to use 5 rods to stand for the marbles. And then I'm going to draw 5 rods above my bag. So here, boys and girls, are my 50 marbles. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw 5 rods above Yes, very good. Above my bags. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have now drawn 50, yes, 50 above my bag. So we have 5 rods, each rod representing 10. Point to your bags. Great job. Now I want you to point to each rod with me while I count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Awesome. We have 50 marbles. Let's start putting the rods in the bags. Wait a minute. The problem says that there are already 25 marbles in the first bag. What should we do? Drake said that he can put 25 marbles in the first bag by decomposing or breaking apart a 10. Let's build the first bag together with 50 marbles. And you know what he did? He did the 50 marbles on top of the bag, just like we did. So I'm going to do the first with my base 10 blocks. So if we have the base 10 blocks up here, we have the 50 marbles at the top. Now, we need 25 marbles in the first bag. I can build 25 by using 2 10 rods to make a 20. But I still need 5 though. Think about our opening activity today. We traded in or decomposed a 10 into 10 ones. I'm going to break apart this third rod into 10 ones. And then I'm going to use 5 of those ones to put in the first bag. So here, I'm trading it out, and I'm putting 5 of the ones in the first bag. Now, let's see what this looks like. How many do I have in the first bag, boys and girls? Excellent, 25. Now, I did it with the base 10 blocks. Now, let's do it all together, modeling with our drawings. So, we have 5 rods and 2 bags. We're going to circle the first 2 rods and half of the third, because we don't need all 10 in the third rod. We only need 5 blocks. So do this now on your paper. I am going to move my 2 10 rods to my bag. And remember, how many is in a 10 rod? Excellent, 10 blocks are in a 10 rod. Miss Spain was trying to count and talk at the same time, because to make a 10 rod, you draw 2 rectangles and add 9 lines. Now, what else do I need to bring down? Do you see something else I need to bring down? Very good. I need to bring down my 5 ones. Oh, I brought down too many. I need to bring down my 5 ones. Okay, hold up your model and let's see if ours match. Oh, great, we do. Excellent work. We started out with 50 marbles to put in 2 bags. One of the bags already had 25 marbles in it. How can we figure out how many marbles belong in the second bag? Shout out your answer. Great thinking. We can move the remaining marbles to the second bag. I'm going to draw the 2 rods and 5 ones that are left and draw an arrow to the second bag. So work with me. I'm going to circle the 2 rods we have left and draw them to the second bag. Remember, just put the lines in the middle, and you will have your 10 rods. What else do I need to take? Very good, my remaining 5, and bring them down. Excellent. So boys and girls, we started with 50 marbles, and we had to place 25 marbles in the first bag. When we built the number 50 up here and placed 25 marbles in a bag, we were left with 25 marbles in our second bag. You're doing an awesome job. Thank you for hanging in there and working with me. Think about an equation that matches our marble bag. Can you whisper it? Whew. I heard two different equations. Would you grab your pencil and write these down with me? Macy's equation was 50 equals 25 plus 25. Awesome job. Drake said his equation was 25 plus 25 equals 50. Wonderful. Now you can write your equations below your bag. Tell me how they're the same and how they're different. Really loud. What did you find? That's right. Both equations have 25 and 25 as our add-ins because there were 25 marbles in each bag. Both equations have 50 as the sum because when you add 25 and 25 together, you get 50. So again, when you add the two number pairs together, their value is 50. The difference is where the sum is placed. Equations can have the sum on the left or right side. Here's the sum in our first equation, and here's the sum in our second equation. Give yourself a round of applause. Now, we're going to practice using our base 10 blocks and drawings to find a missing add-in or number in addition problem. Remember, your goal for the lesson is to be able to model a missing add-in with a focus on decomposing a 10. Are you ready? So, the Tooth Fairy has collected, ready for it, 63 teeth so far. She is carrying them in two bags. There are already 37 teeth in the first bag. How many teeth will be in the second bag? So go ahead and get your paper and pencil and crayon to be able to join me. Let's draw the two bags the Tooth Fairy is using. Awesome job! I'm going to actually use the two bags from the beginning. So let's read it again. The Tooth Fairy has collected 63 teeth so far. She is carrying them in two bags. There are already 37 teeth in the first bag. How many teeth will be in the second bag? Are you ready to get started? Hold up your bags. Oh, they look lovely. So how many teeth did the Tooth Fairy collect? Say the number out loud. 63, wonderful. Draw the total number of teeth at the top of the bags. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 61, 62, 63. Way to go. Hold it up and let me see. You guys are doing an awesome job. So, she has how many? Yes, 63. Good job. So, we have two bags and 63 teeth. Way to go, boys and girls. The problem tells us that there are 37 teeth in the first bag. Let's place 37 teeth together. I'm going to look at the base 10 model I've made. I can move 3 rods to the first bag. But wait a minute, there aren't enough ones. I need 7. So I'm going to decompose or trade in 1 rod for 10 ones. Can you do that with me? Very good. So I'm going to circle this one here, and I'm going to decompose and make it 10 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. So now, remember, I drew the arrow to show that the rod has been traded in for 10 ones. That's very important not to get confused. So now what I have, can I do it? Can I do 37? Yes. I can take these two rods and move them down. I can take this rod and move it down. So that gives me 30. Do I have enough ones? Absolutely. I can take these 5 and move them down. And I can take these 2 and move them down. So now I have, yes, 37. Draw it with me on your paper. Remember, I circled the 3 rods and the 7 ones and drawing an arrow to the bag to show where they are going. Once we move the 37 teeth to the first bag, let's count how many remain. 10, 20, I'm going to move those down here. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So I have 37 in the first bag, and how many remain? There are 26 teeth left to go in the other bag. On your own, write an equation to model the situation. Wonderful. Hold them up to show me. I'm going to write some of the equations that you are holding up. 26 plus 37 equals 63. Good job. Yes, and 63 equals 26 plus 37. Very good. These are add-ins, and this is our sum. Does yours look like mine? If you agree with these equations, give me 5 claps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great work, math friends. Today we used place value blocks to find a missing adding while you drew it in. Your goal for the lesson was to be able to model a missing adding with a focus on a decomposing a 10. I hope you're seeing some connections to rods and blocks and equations. You sure did a great job. After the video, you will have some problems to practice on your own. You can find them in the student practice for this lesson posted on our website, www.tn.gov/education. So friends, I enjoyed reviewing decomposing tens and finding missing add-ins with you. Thank you for inviting me into your home. I look forward to seeing you in our next lesson in Tennessee's At Home Learning Series. Bye.